Dodgers down to their final out.
And that'll bring up Andy Pages.
Liner to end it, and the Yankees will win it. Final score 7-3.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Will Leach. Today is Monday, June 2nd. Congratulations, you have made it to June. I know, I wasn't sure we were going to make it either, but we did. Sunday was a very busy day of baseball, and it's my job to tell you everything that happened in that day of baseball in under 10 minutes. Podcasting is my business, and business is a booming.
0-2, Yamamoto looking for a ground ball. 0-2, center field, squared up. Edman is just watching this thing. Wow! Dead central, touch of all time, Ben Rice.
Look, everything would have been just fine for the Yankees had they lost to the Dodgers on Sunday night. They would still be in first place. They would still have Aaron Judge. They would still, be the Yankees. But certainly, after getting knocked around the World Series last year, not to mention having this series be the biggest, most heavily publicized series so far this season, you can understand why it might have been particularly demoralizing to get swept at Dodger Stadium. So, good thing they didn't. The Yankees, rather surprisingly, jumped all over Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who came into the game with a 1.97 ERA, scoring 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings, and Ryan Yarbrough got his third win in 5 Yankee starts as the Yanks beat the Dodgers 7-3, salvaging that third game of their much-anticipated rematch. With the win, the Yankees avoided being swept for the first time since last July. No team in baseball has avoided a sweep for longer. The game was the less epic and titanic of the series. Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani had a combined 5 homers in the first 2 games, but went a collective 0 for 8 in this one. But it still wet the whistle. I think there's probably a whole lot of people who would maybe love if this wasn't the last time these two teams played this year.
The batter's going to be a pinch hitter here. Now here comes Jake Bauers. Get his first at bat of the series, tied at 2, runners on at first and second.
And a line drive down the right field line. It's in the corner. That'll score at least 1. Contreras is on the move. He will score. Bauers a pinch hit, 2-run double to give the Brewers the lead.
Hottest team in baseball right now has to be the Milwaukee Brewers. After their second loss in a row to the Pirates the weekend before this last one, Brew Crew were 3 games under 500 and in 4th place in the NL Central, and they were also facing a couple of tough series against the Red Sox and on the road against the Phillies. Nope. The Brewers, however, who we remind you are the 2-time defending NL Central champs, ended up deciding this was the week they would turn their entire season around. Pinch hitter Jake Bauers had a clutch 2-run tie-breaking single the 7th as the Brewers won their 7th in a row Sunday, beating the Phillies 5-2. The loss dropped the Phillies out of first place in the NL East. And there was a brief scare in the first inning when Christian Yelich, who was hitting .472 with 5 homers in his last 8 games, was hit in the hand with a pitch. Ouch! He had to leave the game, but x-rays were negative. They say he's day of the day, but as the saying goes, aren't we all? After the break, it is never good when your ace leaves the mound yelling, "My elbow." Nope, not good at all.
The walks have really come down for Burns as well. Just the 4 now in 18 2/3 innings. And trying to prevent one here. His payoff is going to be a base hit to right. Now here comes the trainer. And it's something not right here with Burns, it would seem.
Yeah, didn't see anything obvious on that last delivery, but as soon as that ball got back into the infield, everybody kind of gathered at the mound.
Looked like he said something grabbed at his side.
You just hope it's nothing serious. Those oblique injuries are not good.
The Diamondbacks ended their 4-game losing streak with a 3-1 win over the Nationals, but that is the last thing on the mind of Phoenicians this morning. D-backs ace Corbin Burns left in the 5th inning on Sunday after waving for trainers to come get him and yelling, "My elbow." This is a very important body part for throwing baseballs. Uh-oh.
As they deal with Jacob deGrom. deGrom takes care of Herrera with a swing and a miss.
Jacob deGrom last week did something he'd never done in his entire career. He didn't strike out a single batter in one of his starts. He still pitched well, giving up just 2 runs in 5 1/3 innings, but it did have people wondering, particularly after 7 pitches on Sunday, 6 of them balls. The Rangers went out to check on him. He turned out to be fine, which is to say, he turned out to be Jacob deGrom. deGrom was outstanding on Sunday, giving up just 1 run in 6 innings with, 4 strikeouts, as the Rangers beat the Cardinals 8-1. deGrom's ERA is down to 2.34, and even more encouraging, he's thrown 69 1/3 innings, which is the second most innings already in a season for him since before the pandemic. I am forever committed to give every game its moment on this here podcast, so let's throw proverbial caution to the proverbial wind and leap directly to the whip around. The Rockies came into Sunday with an opportunity to avoid becoming the quickest team to 50 losses since the 1884 Kansas City Unions lost 50 of their first 57 games. The Rockies did not take that opportunity, losing 5-3 to the Mets in a game where Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, and Juan Soto all homered together for the first time. Well, not at the exact same moment. I'm not sure how that would work exactly.
Now the Mariners have the winning run 90 feet away, and now all you need is a healthy fly ball off the bat of Randy Arozarena, the infield up close.
Ground ball, Mariners win! Randy Arozarena wins it in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Walk-off alert! The Twins tied a 1-0 game in the top of the 9th, but Randy Arozarena singled home Julio Rodriguez in the bottom half of the 9th, give the Mariners a 2-1 win. The M's remain a half game up on the Astros in the AL West, and yes, Cal Raleigh homered again, his MLB leading 23rd. Garrett Crochet, apparently in honor of what some of these coaches in the College World Series are doing to their poor pitchers, threw a career-high 112 pitches, striking out 12 in the Red Sox 3-1 win over the Braves. His ERA is now 1.98. Pete Crow Armstrong led all National League hitters with 29 RBIs in May, but he was apparently not daunted by the turning of the calendar page. He went 3 for 4 and scored 3 times, and yes, drove in a run in the Cubs' 7-3 win over the Reds. Heading into the 7th inning on Sunday, the Pirates thought they were going to win a series on the road against the Padres. Then they remembered, dang it, we still have that bullpen. Padres scored 4 in the 7th and won 6-4. For the second straight day, the Royals and Tigers played a 1-0 game. Tigers won this one, winning the series and keeping their division lead at 6 games, currently the largest division lead in baseball. The reason I said keeping their division lead rather than raising their division lead is because the Guardians beat the Angels 4-2. Jose Ramirez homered in that game. He's on pace for his 3rd 30-30 season, his 2nd in a row. Some news that might help the Royals score some more runs, though. ESPN's Jeff Passan reported Sunday night that the Royals are calling up slugger Jack Caglione, the number 10 prospect in baseball. Do you know who leads Major League Baseball in wins? That would be the Astros' Hunter Brown, who gave up just 1 hit in 6 shutout innings in Houston's 1-0 win over Tampa Bay. The Astros were outscored 30-9 in the series, and yet they still somehow got a split out of it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 2 for 4, extending his career-high on-base streak to 32 games, which is just 1 fewer than his Hall of Fame dad's career high of 33, as the Blue Jays beat the A's 8-4. That's 5 in a row now for the Jays. The Orioles, they're back! Well, maybe sweeping the White Sox doesn't necessarily count as back, particularly when you're still 14 games under 500. But you know, proverbial beggars cannot be proverbial choosers. They won 3-2. Charlie Morton pitched well for the 2nd game in a row, for what it's worth. Giants starter Hayden Birdsong, the pride of tiny Mattoon, Illinois, which happens to be my hometown, struck out 5 and gave up just 1 run in 5 1/3 innings, lowering his ERA to 2.37 in the Giants' 4-2 victory over the Marlins. From one Mattoon Green Wave to another, Hayden, congratulations, man. And that's all for today's Morning Lineup Podcast. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating and review and tell everyone you know about this podcast. Mandy Bell will be with you tomorrow. I will return to you on Wednesday morning. That is so soon, I probably won't even change my clothes. Have a great Monday.